And now, your first alert weather.
You notice the cooler air out there today, even a few thunderstorms late last night. We got a cold front that's coming through the region this evening, and that's bringing in some chilly temperatures as we work through tonight and tomorrow. We're going to see some cooler numbers coming in here for this time of the year with highs into the 50s and 60s for your Friday, along with a few isolated thunderstorms. We got a couple thunderstorms late last night, early this morning. And if you were with us last night, I showed you the approaching storms on the Viper. And sure enough, we got a little bit of some rain around Idaho Falls and the surrounding region in the pre-dawn hours. Right now, though, we got partly cloudy skies. Taking a live look at the Pocatello Farm Bureau Skycam. Winds pretty gusty out of the west at 21 miles per hour with the cold front approaching Idaho Falls. You got some dark clouds off to the east, but a good wiggle to the camera right now. We have dry conditions at the airport, sunshine there, but you can see the clouds over the foothills. Winds at 10 to 15, but we're still getting those gusts approaching 20. Rexburg, 68 degrees. Lighter winds at the moment. Winds out of the west at 7 miles an hour. You can see some of those darker clouds approaching, but we have some sunshine at the airport. Salmon starting to see the sun again. We had some clouds earlier. Gusty winds with the exiting cold front, plus some developing and dying thunderclouds. Winds currently at 16 miles an hour out of the north. So we've already seen the cold front pass through Salmon, hence the change in the wind direction. Mostly cloudy conditions in Jackson right now with light winds out of the east at 3 miles an hour. Dry weather through the Snake River Plain, but we are seeing some of those clouds trying to push in some moisture later on this evening. So don't be surprised if you get a little rain out there tonight, and we're working in some of this wet weather coming off the mountains out of Montana and central Idaho later on tonight through Friday. A couple light showers working through areas of western Wyoming and far eastern Idaho. Earlier, we even had one severe thunderstorm that came through the Palisades, but that was allowed to expire just before 4 o'clock. So cold front's coming through right now. We got some winds off of that front, plus cooler air working down from the north into your Friday and Saturday. So that air is pushing a little bit further to the south here for tonight and tomorrow. And we're still looking at some showers wrapping through tonight and heading especially into the mountains with the possibility of some snowfall. Now, of course, this is going to happen into the late night, early morning hours if we do see that snowfall, and it's going to be fairly high up in elevation, but a sign that, yeah, we are starting to see the seasons change weather-wise. Area of low pressure is going to be overhead here for tomorrow, and that's going to keep our temperatures suppressed with highs into the 50s and 60s. Vipercast tonight. You got some wet weather still spilling through areas of far eastern Idaho and western Wyoming. Now, as we go overnight into tomorrow morning, showers and even some high elevation snowfall in the mountains of central Idaho. That pushes down into the Snake River Plain with some cloud cover midday tomorrow, with a few passing showers with us here for your Friday into the afternoon and evening. And it's going to be a hit and miss with those storm clouds and the spotty sprinkles working into your Friday afternoon. Friday night around 8 o'clock, still got some wet weather rotating through the region. Saturday morning, there's a little bit of wet weather, but we have more wet weather coming in here from the north Saturday afternoon and through the late night hours of Saturday getting into Sunday. But then this stuff clears out by Sunday, leaving us with just some showers up around Yellowstone and Island Park for Sunday. If you're going to be in Yellowstone, speaking of which, here for Friday and Saturday, count on wet weather. Highs into the 40s, lows into the upper 20s to low 30s. Elsewhere, 62 for the high in Preston, 59 in Soda Springs, 61 in Rexburg, 61 in Ashton with 55 in Jackson. Salmon's at 62 with 58 in Ketchum, and we got highs in Arco at 58, low 60s in Idaho Falls, mid 60s closer towards Pocatello and American Falls. 8-day forecast. Jackson, you got highs in the 50s to carry us through the weekend. Numbers will get back into the 60s and 70s next week with mostly sunny skies, but Jackson will be dealing with hit and miss showers and thunderstorms for the next couple of days. Chance of some of that wet weather in Salmon as well, with highs in the lower 60s, upper 60s for Sunday. Now, as we go into the Snake River Plain, you'll notice temperatures here into the upper 50s, lower 60s for Friday and Saturday with some scattered showers and thunderstorms. We'll have temperatures back into the 60s and 70s next week with some high pressure working back in. And for the weekend, watch out for the occasional storm cloud on Saturday with partly cloudy skies. We're going to pull in some drier weather by Sunday, but temperatures are going to be down a bit here for the next couple of days. Cool and somewhat breezy conditions, but I'm expecting to see the winds back off to some lighter levels as we get into Friday afternoon. Highs will be in the lower 60s for Idaho Falls tomorrow and Saturday. Lows back into the upper 30s to lower 40s, and we're back into those 70s with plenty of sunshine and some dry weather next week. Over to Eric.
All right, thanks, Michael. Coming up at Sports, the